the same weight at 71 as I had at 19 without effort. It's fun. It's good. It's satiating. It's a wonderful, wonderful app. Good nutrition at your fingertips.
Today we're joined by Tara Sommerville, who's moved from strict keto and carnivore diets to Hava, an approach focused on satiety per calorie. We're going to dive into what led to this change and how it has worked out for her. Well, Tara, welcome. Thank you for joining.
Nice to be here.
So we met on X a bit. We've been exchanging posts about food and eating and such. And you've been trying the Hava app. It's been really fun to discuss things. Could you talk a little bit about how you got into this?
Yeah. I got into the nutrition field. First of all, I grew up as an athlete. For the age of 3, I was in gymnastics. I worked hard. I went to university. I became a gym teacher. So the connection was there already between food, exercise, how exercise impacted my health, but how food impacted my physical appearance, physical condition, and body composition. I might say that I am one of these very stubborn, opinionated Hungarian who was born in the vicinity country in Romania. I had the privilege to work with Nadia Comaneci and teach her, and to work with Bella and Marta Caroli, who trained the Olympic team. And I know exactly what diets they put their Olympic team on to become who they became. And I must say, Andreas, that the base of a proper nutrition for an athlete, and I say this maybe subjectively, every personal trainer, every coach should have a better look to the new approach of eating well, satiety per calorie.
Yeah. Well, I heard about that.
I am not a shy person, but I'm a very private person, and I only interact on X with what I'm passionate about, and I hope you understood how passionate I'm about nutrition.
Why are you passionate about it?
Because I was a very, very healthy person until the age of 62. I've never taken a medication, a pill of anything. I believe you eat well, you train well, you laugh, you enjoy life, you are okay. You don't need doctors.
That's great.
Medicine and doctors have their own place, but the temple is you, and you are your best manager.
Sure. Sounds great.
I got interested in nutrition because at age 62 in 2015, I had a deadly car accident. I mean, nobody knows how I survived it. And at that point, I had a broken L4, L5, pulverized hand. They put it back. The most brilliant surgeon, Dr. McCabe, he saved my hand. But they all gave me their perception of how I will recover, how far can I recover, and what I can do. And at that point, no doctor knew that the Hungarian in me, which is very stubborn, will prove them wrong. That's all I needed. In 3 months, I walked. In 3 months, I started grabbing. I regenerated my nerve. I started working out. I started eating healthy. In 2007, I already knew from your podcasts what good nutrition does to health.
Awesome.
And in 2015, you came up, thank you, Andreas, with Diet Doctor. And then following your progress, I said, this doctor has started something wonderful. Now he is not getting cut into the rot. He is progressing, and that's the purpose of growing and progressing. So I said, why not progress with him? So then I started doing your recipes. Then I started follow you. Then I watched very carefully every podcast. And long and behold, I eliminated certain things from my diet. I introduced other things in my diet, and I consider you the founder actually of the ketogenic diet, not the one that is geared toward epilepsy and, just for mainstream. So I followed you, I did that, and I eliminated inflammation from my body, which automatically helped me healing faster. And by having a good muscular system, I started walking and doing baby steps. After that, I was attained by, unfortunately, by a breast cancer. But it was the best thing happened to me because it put me on a fighting mode. I cried. It was, why me? It doesn't matter. It's here. Deal with it. So I dealt with it the best I knew with a good diet. Then afterwards, I got well, moved to France, still ketogenic diet, but then I noticed that ketogenic diet lost its meaning, and many people came with their alternative, and it started this fight, biggery on internet. So I said, okay, who do you want to follow? So I made my little triangle. Einfeld, Marty, Nyman. And I say to everybody, this is the safest triangle.
Well, Marty and Ted are great. They are fantastic.
If you follow this triangle, you will be well. And that is my geography in the nutrition world. You have debunked, and it's wonderful, the 50 shades of the war in the nutrition world. It is so much bigger, vitriol and negativity, where if we can all get together and agree what works, what miracle
that would be fantastic.
That will be.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Like, there is too much fighting going on when that time could be better spent just helping people in whatever way suits them, right? I mean, there are many roads to Rome, as they say. Keto can work well for some people. Carnivore works well for some people. Vegan can work well for some people. I think it's just very, very interesting to see what the underlying fundamental principles are that always govern whether you succeed or not.
And there's no reason to fight. And there is no room for dogma or religion because it stops us. It absolutely stops us in track. We stagnate. And we know that stagnation causes illness within. Be what you want to be. But for me, having followed a ketogenic diet, having been a carnivore for a couple of good years, and I gave up on being full carnivore, not because anything else, because you are your own experiment. I question, I adapt it to my own needs because what works for me won't work for anybody. But what I can say with all conviction about Hava is that brings it home together. If one is willing to drop their dogma and religion because it becomes dangerous. It's a dangerous game that it's played online. And I'm afraid that many people will be healthy to a point on any diet that they will eliminate processed food and chemicals because that is no food. That is a joke what's there. But to become so indoctrinated as to bash medical interventions just because you want to justify your own beliefs your own beliefs, not even a common denominator belief, I find that dangerous as far as I'm concerned. I changed to Hava, and that is because I believe in Hava.
What do you think is helpful about it? What do you think can help people?
It helped me after my triple bypass. When I was told that I had a high cholesterol, and I wasn't aware because I grew as a Hungarian. I mean, you know about Sofia Clemens. She is online. She's treating neoblastoma and all these incurable cancers with a form of paleo medicine. It's a paleo diet, and I made some scoring. I played with it on Hava, and scores very well. Scores a little bit higher than your Swedish dinner from the Nobel Prize.
Maybe that was more for being delicious.
It's fun, but it's good to know.
I'm sure it was delicious, but maybe not the highest scoring dinner ever. But maybe that wasn't the goal.
No. But after my triple bypass, I had to do something, and carnivore was not the way. And gorging on fat, it's not the way. You can do a carnivore diet, but you don't need to gorge literally on those fatty meats and everything. So I wanted to eat still very high protein, moderate carbs, and fiber. And that I never had tests yet since the surgery because I'm doing fantastic. But for me, logging in every day what I eat keeps me accountable.
I think that's smart.
It's not a sentence after a triple bypass for anybody or a reason to crumble, to shiver, or to go in a rehab. If you eat healthy, you nourish your body well. If somebody at 70 years of age recovered in 3 days after a triple bypass, walked alone, climbed stairs alone, and hit the bloody protein to 120 a day, when the surgeon comes to my bed and tells me, you are killing yourself, you are supposed to be on a liquid diet, and I said, you give that to your lovely wife. I want what's going to make me healthy. Well, guess who is on Hava now? I became very good friend with my with the surgeon, and I gave him the app for Hava, and I said, try it, humor me, and text me. And now I'm going to make my darnest to try to contact Bella and Marta to try to show them what they can do further with their athletes. I really believe in this, no matter how much they bash you. And like with everything, is going to be pro and against.
It's okay. You start something new, there are always skeptics, right? There are always critics, always.
But it's going to speak for itself. It takes time and it takes determination to be healthy. But Hava gave me time. I don't know how long I will have, but how long I have, I want to be happy. And I take a picture, and it's fun. Then the picture tells me that I am good and I got it right.
That's great.
And like now I finished with my food until tomorrow. I don't have to worry.
Yeah, we try to make it simple, right? We have something cool coming that when people watch this, we'll have it out that will give people more than just numbers. You can also get an AI coach that gives you suggestions saying, this score is high, but this could be perhaps tweaked if you want.
That is a very good idea, because everything at the beginning, you are not certain. You hesitate. And I wish, I don't want people to give up on something that is so good because they don't have guidance.
No, I think it will be much, much easier for beginners, especially for if you tell friends about this, will be quite helpful. Ooh. So you don't have to teach them. You don't have to teach them everything. So the app can teach them instead, right? Saves you time.
It is wonderful because I had to be, because if I want to find something out, I don't give up. I'll find it out. So then I couldn't find it out on my own because I see you're posting, 55. I said, why are they scoring so low? And I can't. I only score between 65 and 70
you're
is my
hardcore.
score. I
You're
never score
hardcore.
50. So I said, I'm doing something wrong. I don't understand.
It's not wrong. It's just hardcore. You're just going hard at it.
I love it. Literally, because let's lead by example. People see me so fit, so energetic. If you have a second chance, have it. Don't blow it. Having the cake and eat it too in a world of wonderful fats and carbohydrate foods designed to put us in nirvana. Hava allows me to have the cake and eat it too. And as I point to everybody, go on Hava and see that you can have a cake without ingesting seed oils, without ingesting oil and carbs together, which increases your endorphins. Because guess what? Tomorrow you'll want more. And you only can have a cheesecake, New York cheesecake, so much before you say, take it away and give me a steak. You know, it's no reason that Hava cannot beat the highly processed food.
Well, it's pretty interesting, I think, that it potentially allows you to change how you're eating, even if you stay relatively high on the scoring. You could do it in so many different ways, so there is no reason to become bored, right? You could do it this way this month, or maybe tweak it eat other foods next month.
And even with the amount that I am eating, like today, naturally, I have a big meal divided by 2 with a window of eating of 2 hours, 2.5 hours maximum, because I don't want to overcharge my stomach, but I don't want to undereat either. So 200 calories, and my score was 68.
That's very high.
But I had tons of food.
So what do you eat in a normal day for the listener who may be interested?
I eat a variety of meats, first of all. I put on my plate. I eat lean meat, only lean meat, because I don't want to give up meat, but I don't want to add to my cholesterol. Now, what I eat, pork tenderloin on my plate, chicken breast, a half of chicken breast on my plate, turkey breast baked on my plate. Then I have smoked salmon, also egg white. Then I had Greek yogurt fage, 150 gram, 100 grams of cottage cheese, 2% fat, 1 scoop of whey protein, collagen peptides, 1 scoop. I had 1 avocado, and I had sauerkraut, olives, pickles, and asparagus.
Sounds delicious. Lots of good stuff.
I put it all on a plate. The only indulgence I have, and I indulge myself with that, it's real organic, and then it's probiotic New Zealand whey protein, and it's wonderful because you put it in a blender with an avocado and it becomes like a chocolate mousse.
Sounds good.
I put it in the fridge for an hour, and I eat it with the spoon, and I don't exaggerate. You know the bulletproof, the big one, the 700 milliliters? Well, I'm sorry, I had it all.
Sounds delicious.
I have a good muscle tone, and I say my body composition has gotten 100% better. My strength since I am on Hava, and I have folks, I am not sponsored by Dr. A.E.
Yeah, well, maybe you should be, but yeah, we don't sponsor anybody.
It's no need for anything. I believe in the product, and many people, I motivate them. I keep them accountable, and I said, you don't need me anymore. Put Hava on your phone, and it will keep you accountable.
That's awesome. So what could we do better? I'm always curious about, what could we do better?
For somebody active, I am very lazy. I want to save time for fun things in life.
We don't want to waste your time.
On this app, I've never measured anything, Andreas, first of all. I never chased ketones. I never chased this or that, what's in the line. I tell everybody, chasing something that you have to work so hard at it doesn't make sense for me, because it indicates absolutely nothing unless I have epilepsy or a mental disorder that acquires me to have extra ketones.
I agree.
If you eat healthy, you avoid Alzheimer's. If you want ketones to avoid Alzheimer's, well, then do that by all means.
Yeah, I don't think that's necessary. Really don't.
Being metabolically healthy and flexible, to me, that's the key for me, that I discovered that worked for me. When I became metabolically flexible, that's when the miracle started to happen. Because when you become metabolically healthy, people don't realize they automatically feel the need to move more. But if you are not metabolically healthy, if your body is not nourished, then you run on empty. I wasn't nourished on carnivore. I have to admit, it was a good elimination diet for a while, but once that happened and you got rid of the inflammation, it worked against me. It's just me. I don't tell anybody what to do.
Right. So what do you think was the problem for you there?
I am one of those people that I cannot accept gorge on fat, sticks of butter. Keep your hormones balanced. Only fat will do that. Fat, it's energy. Animal fat, saturated fat. Okay, it's not the leading cause of the heart and cholesterol. Okay, I got it. But I don't need to measure to feel and to know that I was becoming insulin resistant, because I know my body, I live in my body. I increased the protein and it got better. I decreased the fat. I introduced at the beginning just a half of avocado a day. It got perfect.
That's great. So if you just limit yourself a bit to food-related things, what do you think we should improve or add in the app?
For me, this app, it's excellent. Now, I'm not technically very inclined. I think that taking a picture and displaying it, and the artificial intelligence tells me exactly what I had. It's wonderful. But I would love to have a guidance, like a week after I logged in, to have something displaying, you've done well, you could tweak it here, you might have to replace this, like little suggestions without telling people, oh, you were wrong. Because nothing is wrong as long as we try.
Some of that is coming right away, where you get feedback straight away, and it's all, we try to keep it encouraging, nothing negative. Even if you log the lowest scoring foods you can imagine, it's still going to congratulate you on logging it, and then it's going to suggest some tweaks maybe.
Well, something, tweets is wonderful.
Trying to make this a bit more like a game in a way. I want it to be fun and, insightful, sure, but like rewarding and extremely simple, right? It needs to be super fast and easy, and then it needs to be rewarding and fun also. Then it's a hit, I think.
The rewards, people will see them in themselves. But it's so wonderful to have the path, because we all come from a background or a struggle with nutrition.
Yeah, you want some reward on the way. Sure, you get your reward eventually with health and energy, but it's nice to have something right away as well.
What is done with fun will stay in the back mind. It will be imprinted in your subconscious. We are all different. We are strong people. We are weak people. We are who we are. But show me a person who will refuse a hug or an encouragement or a reward. If somebody would have told me, Tamara, you scored well, like you told me you are hardcore, well, I might not show it, but it really validates that what I've done, it's good, I'll continue, and I'll stay the course. rather than, every day I'm screwing up something. I'm scoring only between 60 and 70. Oh, I must do something wrong.
No,
The hell with
that's
it. I
amazing.
walk away.
That's super high.
But if it's there and easy, like you click on a little button, you said, how did I do today? I'm curious because we are nosy by nature.
We're curious people. I mean, but again, that's gonna be there this week.
It's a learning process, and I think it's a wonderful, wonderful app. Well worth it. I've learned so much by only following
Thank you.
and I've never, ever, until this year, I've never tweeted. I've never responded. I watch, I listen, and I learn. But I started just interacting because you are such a fantastic
Thank you.
motivator. And the app proves it. How many people you touch and you motivate. But if the word is spread even more.
Yeah, we're just starting out. I think we could do something quite extraordinary together with this community. I think we can, like you talked about, instead of everybody being at war with each other, we can have a little community of people who are not fighting, but not fighting each other, but instead trying to help and guide people to be more helpful.
What can we build together? Because I, as a keto, I put in Hava a keto day. I put in Hava carnivore only because some days I only want meat because I'm lazy. I scored perfect on meat, paleo, whatever choice of eating.
It would be a quite interesting community of different approaches. Like I don't know if it's possible, but it would be fantastic if it was. Like you can have a community with people doing it different ways. It's just more exciting that way, right?
Nothing is impossible. We have to break down the dogma barrier, which is not hard because it frees you.
Like a community of people who don't believe in one diet to rule them all, one diet for everybody. No, there are multiple ways to do it, and you can try different ways. You can have one approach today and another tomorrow, and it's more interesting that way.
You know, it is so hard if people will understand only the difference. I've been on this carb macro, you know, where you log in.
Carb manager.
It's a pain in the rear end to keep logging in and find your brands and find your brands. Now, I am convinced that Hava will extend their choices to incorporate more international brands and, you know, in time.
I mean, eventually, I think that we will be able to add pretty much everything because with modern AI, pretty soon you will be able to set up AI agents who can just scour the internet, import everything. So I don't think it's far off. Technology is not far off. And then we'll be able to have every brand, every food item that is on the internet will be able to be instantly already in the preloaded into the Hava app in every language.
Oh, that would be wonderful. Because I have trouble with the, like I said, the protein powder, the brands that I myself think that they are good for me. I can't log them in, but then I take an equivalent.
Yeah, that's probably fine. But eventually we'll have everything. I don't think it's that far off. That's the goal, to have everything.
If I can spread the word, like yesterday, 2 people already, because they are stopping me and they are asking me, what do you do? What do you do to keep lean, fit? And what do you do to be always so energetic? And I said, give it a go. You will not be sorry. Go to the free version. It takes a little bit of work. Don't give up. Give it a week. And in a week, come back and tell me, have you been deprived? How much junk food have you craved?
That's great.
How nourished is your body? I mean, the facts speaks for themselves.
You're a great person at leading people to this, I think. Like you said, results speak for themselves, right? People can just see that, hey, you got lots of energy, you're fit, and and you eat as much as you want. And if you say, hey, try this app, this is how to do it, then I bet people will try it.
I tell people I have the same weight at 71 as I had at 19 years of age, without effort. But I've never eaten a standard American diet, never. And I've never been in a McDonald's since I live in Canada for 40 years, nor will I ever be. If I want junk food, I make my own junk. And this is the beauty of Hava. This is what I tell people. One day you can score 2,000 calories, but the next day, without depriving yourself, you can be in a deficit. All it matters at the end of the week when you get a memorandum, a progress, or you've done well, your calories per week added up.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even think it's probably not even necessary to track the calories. I mean, I do. I kind of look at it, but I don't care so much about the calories. I just try to stay in a good satiety per calorie range and get enough protein, and that's it. That's all I do.
And it's so simple, and it's almost like brainless. Eat your
exactly.
protein, and then let the rest fall where it may fall. And food is a healer. Can be a healer or can be an enemy. It's your choice to do what you want with food. Thank you for bringing it on the table. Thank you for bringing it to all of us. It's such a sense of really freedom. How can we tackle obesity if we don't tackle the food? And you did just that. We look at it and we say it's simple, but I only can imagine the amount of work.
It's a lot of work by a great team.
You put in it, and the chances and the risks that you took. And you continue taking.
Well, we try to do the right thing. We have a great team. I think we're onto something interesting, and I think you summarize it well. So thank you for that.
I just hope doctors will see the benefit of this app, and before they hand out a prescription, or in adjunction to a prescription, they will give a little note. Eat this way. And then come back to me and let's do the tests again.
Yeah, I think if people did this as a compliment, that would be such a turbocharging to any medication that they may have for obesity or diabetes or something like that. This would be such a boost to it, and a lot of people might even be able to get off some of the drugs, or maybe even all of it eventually. So that would be amazing.
What a good way to put it. What a fantastic way to put it, as a compliment. And you still can eat a lot in Hava. I mean, I score, as you said, a hardcore.
Indeed you do.
But if I was to follow calorie, which I am not, I score low on calorie, but high on nutrient values. I get so much more nutrients than when I was eating 2,000 calories a day. And now hardly I can make it to 1,200. But, it's a choice.
Indeed.
It's a choice. But if people doesn't know about this choice, they will never get it. I really want to be, in my own way, an example that people want to become or be. I want to be the example. And if they stop me, that means that they are interested, and that's the right time to tell them about it.
Exactly, and I think you do that extremely well. And it's been a pleasure. Thank you for joining. And just before we wrap up, if someone's listening to this and they're curious about getting started, of course, getting the Hava app is a good start. But except for that, what kind of advice would you give to someone who's curious about getting going?
For somebody who is curious, 50%, it's already there. Put it on your phone, give it a chance, and I say it's addictive.
Because it's a positive habit, right?
I see it. It's a beautiful addiction. Quiet, peaceful mind, no noises, no voices. I want to eat more. I'm not satisfied. It's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful app. what can I say? I mean, I finish my food at 10 a.m. until next day. Naturally, I don't want food. It's not on my mind. And people say it's you abstaining. I'm not abstaining. A body is not abstaining. A body is crying, it's screaming if it's in need of food. Puts itself in the survival mode, and our bodies, this wonderful engineering, perfect engineering, it was meant to survive. But Hava is not survival mode. Hava is satiety mode, happy mode for me. I'm satiated, I'm happy, I'm full of energy. If somebody at 71 and other people at 80, it's fantastic for any age group. I will encourage even a child, a mother, if he wants to track and to feed well their children and to teach them good habits from early age. Teach them to go on Hava. Put on a plate little and let them take the picture. It's fun. It's good. It's satiating. Good nutrition at your fingertips.
That's great. Well, I want to thank you so much for joining. It's been a
Thank you
total
for
pleasure
having
to
me.
talk to you in real life, not just on X.
Good luck, doctor, with all the good things that you do. And as much as I can on my part here in Canada, I spread the word. But thank you very much for whatever you do, because it's amazing. I don't know about others. I only can speak for myself. It's wonderful. Thank you so much.